What's going on, everybody? This is your man Chris Thorns, and as always, welcome to the Chris Thorns Show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you watch my content, and as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually kind of breaking on my tradition because I usually don't try to do videos or streams on holidays. I like to sit back and relax. I know a lot of people have a lot of engagements going on too, even though some people don't celebrate holidays, but it's just something I don't like doing is doing shows or doing videos on holidays. But this story that I'm going to talk about, I just had to talk about it because, the insanity of what's going on if everything about this story is true. So without further ado, let's get right into this story. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you take a look over there to my left, again, I don't know if it shows the same thing on y'all video, but I know it's to my left here. We're going to be speaking on this woman right here. Her name is Sophie Hartman. Now, what's going on as you see the tick at the bottom, she's being accused of child medical abuse. She's being accused of child medical abuse. And a little short meat and potatoes before I get into the videos, she adopted this little girl beside her from I forget exactly what the country is, but I think it's down there in Africa somewhere. She adopted this young lady as her daughter, but for some reason she's claiming that the child had medical conditions, and this, that, and third, and the young lady had went through several operations or whatnot, and come to find out that the child never needed any of the operations that Sophie claimed that she needed. All right. But don't let me tell you everything. Y'all know sometimes I mess things up. Let y'all hear for y'allself. First, I'm gonna let y'all hear what she's explaining. I guess what the young lady has. Then I'm gonna play y'all the video where they saying that this is a fraud.
Came into my custody, and that's how she became part of our family. When we ended up coming back to the States from Zambia, which is where Carmel is from, I knew because she wasn't hitting milestones that something was going on. After a year and a half of no answers, she was diagnosed with alternating hemiplegia of childhood, which is a milestones that something was going on. Quickly, Carmel came into my custody, and that's how she became part of our family. When we ended up coming back to the States from Zambia, which is where Carmel is from, I knew because she wasn't hitting milestones that something was going on. After a year and a half of no answers, she was diagnosed with alternating hemiplegia of childhood, which is a rare neurological progressive disease. Living with AHC for Carmel, it's pretty much just like chaos. At any given time with no warning.
Hold on, guys. Give me a minute. I need to check out something real quick. Give me a hot second. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. I was trying to fix this screen all right where it won't show all the other stuff at the bottom. So sorry about that. But let's continue.
States from Zambia, which is where Carmel is from. I knew because she wasn't hitting milestones that something was going on. After a year and a half of no answers, she was diagnosed with alternating hemiplegia of childhood, which is a rare neurological progressive disease. Living with AHC for Carmel, it's pretty much just like chaos. At any given time with no warnings, Carmel can go paralyzed completely. She can lose the ability to talk. She can go into all types of different seizures and have extreme pain. It's really tough. Doctors, even the best pediatric specialists, do not know what to do and do not have treatment options. Carmel does have 2 different rescue medications that we utilize for when she goes into significant episodes. However, those don't necessarily abort the episode or attack. Really, the goal of that is to just try and get her to sleep.
Right, pretty crazy story, right? Pretty crazy story. Now let's get into the real deal where they claiming that this child needed none of these things, that this woman it done forced this child to have all this stuff. Let's have a listen.
First at 11, a Q13 exclusive, a Renton mother facing some shocking allegations of medical child abuse. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Rose.
I'm Eliana Gomez. This is a case prosecutors say is unlike any they've seen in recent memory. Q13 News reporter Olivia Lavoie joins us live from the newsroom tonight with his exclusive details. Olivia.
Well, Aliana, this type of criminal case is extremely rare, and it began with a series of doctors who started to feel a local child was being given unnecessary medical treatment at the urging of her mother. The 6-year-old was a Make-A-Wish kid, the focus of a social media page and various fundraisers. Court documents lay out the length perfectly healthy. Kid, the focus of a social media page and various fundraisers, but doctors say the girl is perfectly healthy. Court documents lay out the lengthy and complex investigation of alleged medical child abuse against 31-year-old Sophie Hartman. Hartman adopted her now 6-year-old daughter as an infant from Africa. Court documents say since the child was 2 years old, she's had nearly 500 medical appointments. Among the unnecessary medical procedures prosecutors claim the child has had is a type of feeding tube surgically implanted. Investigators say Hartman has also made the child use leg braces in a wheelchair, despite medical professionals telling her the child does not need them. The warrant also dives into a medical diagnosis of a rare neurological disease called AHC. During the investigation, a Seattle children's doctor told detectives based on medical findings the child does not have the disease. Here is Hartman discussing the disease as part of a Make-A-Wish video.
At any given time, with no warnings, can go paralyzed completely. She can lose the ability to talk. She can go into all types of different seizures and have extreme pain. It's really tough.
A year after her daughter was given her wish, Hartman spoke at a Make-A-Wish fundraiser.
Has been likened to a time bomb, that is, a human time bomb for which there is no cure. For us, this is just what life looks like. It's navigating constant traumatic chaos.
A statement from the Make-A-Wish Foundation reads in part, "We are deeply saddened and dismayed to learn about the alleged child abuse case involving one of our former Wish families. We hope this matter is quickly remedied in the best interest of the child." Investigators say after the girl was removed from her mother's care in March and observed at a local hospital that there was no findings or symptoms to support any of the child's prior medical diagnoses and that all evidence suggests she is healthy. Investigators also zeroed in on a diary entry in which Hartman allegedly wrote, "When it comes to suffering, I am a compulsive liar, exaggerator." Hartman has been charged with assault of a child in the second degree and attempted assault of a child in the second degree. Now, a statement from her attorneys reads in part, "These charges are based on false statements and misrepresentations of the medical record by a doctor at Seattle Children's Hospital who has never seen the child or spoken with Ms. Hartman. Ms. Hartman is innocent of these charges." Now, we have the full statement and more details on the case, including testimony from a medical child abuse expert and doctor who says this case is a miscarriage of justice on our website, Q13Fox.com. Hartman is not currently in custody. She's scheduled to appear in court on June 3rd.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we heard again of the story with a lot of fuck shit going on here. Just some things you just can't explain, and some things you just would never understand. You know, the thought process of a lot of people who do this, which just seem like a lot of stories got something to do with women who's doing crazy shit like this, you know. And that's the thing that just gets me because, you know, if y'all the one who's supposed to carry us in your womb for 9 months, I mean, like I said in my last stream, you claim you could bring me in this world, you could take me out. I mean, yeah, you might as well do it because, again, either you're going to do it or other people who you let me around, they're going to do it when they get upset with you. Now, I have a question. I've seen some people one of the comment sections ask this. I forget which video it is. There's quite a few videos about this on YouTube or from news sites. I don't know if anybody outside the news sites has covered this story, but if y'all have, you know, shout out to you. But I have a question though. So, who made the diagnostic saying you know, if anything wasn't found to say that this child didn't need none of this stuff, who was the person or persons who went on ahead and did the medical procedures? You know, who did the feeding tube? Say ordered the leg brace, the child in a wheelchair, and all this stuff. Who went through all of this if it's claimed that the child didn't need none of this? That's the $1 million question right there. Who or whom did all this shit if the child really didn't need all this? So if we're gonna hit Sophie with this scamming that she did with the child, all this bullshit that going on. Whoa, what the hell is that? Hold on. All right, sorry about that. I don't know what the hell that was. But if we're gonna hit Sophie with this saying that she's scamming and forcing this child to go through medical procedures, I guess it's for money or whatever the case may be. I don't know why she's doing it. Then shouldn't a doctor or doctors who performed this or claimed that she never need this but went on ahead and did it, should they be held accountable as well? Now I think this story is kind of fresh. I seen somewhere where it's 7 days old, so I guess the story must have been out for quite some time. I just know a person sent me it yesterday. Then it came across my phone this morning on the Newsbreak app. The Newsbreak app be sending some interesting stories and whatnot. So yeah, that would be my question today. If Sophie's going to get in trouble, then what about the doctors who actually performed the procedures that said child claimed to have needed? All right. So with that being said, let me pull this up real quick. And it goes on to say, and I'm reading this from the New York Post, and it goes on to say that a woman from Washington State forced to adopt a 6-year-old to undergo numerous unnecessary surgeries and more than 470 medical treatments, authorities said. Sophie Hartman, who was 31 years old, had her adopted daughter wear leg braces that go under the knife for surgeries to install a feeding tube and a tube to flush out the child's intestines. Hartman is now facing second-degree charges of assault of a child and attempted assault of a child in a case medical experts are calling medical child abuse. It is not necessary to know the possible motivation of a caregiver, only the outcome of the behavior. Dr. Rebecca, director of the Seattle Children's Hospital, wrote in February 19 that prompted an investigation by the Department of Children and Youth. The letter, which said the child was at profound risk, was co-signed by other physicians and was part of the charging document for the King County Prosecutor Office posted by King 15 ABC. Hartman was charged as the child referred to by the initial CH underwent a 16-day observation of her numerous ailments, AILMENTS, I think I said it right, and treatments. At no point during her admission were there any findings or reported symptoms to support any of her prior diagnosis, said the charging document filed on May the 24th. All the available evidence obtained during the course of her admission suggests CH is a healthy young 6-year-old who will continue to benefit from the escalation of medical support and normalization of her childhood experience. The child was forced to an increasingly invasive procedure with a July 2017 surgical implant of a tube to give food, water, and medicine directly to the stomach. In December 2018, she had a tube surgically placed into the intestine to flush out her bowels. And the child's adopted mother was asking for a surgical hormonal implant to suppress early onset of puberty, prosecutors said. Hartman was told the kid who was removed from her care in March didn't need leg braces or a wheelchair, but she continued to force CH to use them according to the charging documents. More of a fundraiser was carried out around this time, and the defendant used fundraiser funds to purchase a wheelchair-accessible vehicle, the document said. While it was all going on, she allegedly told someone that CH could leave us any time, and investigators say they found out the court order that Hartman had done internet searches that included funeral songs and how to get paid to take care of a family member with a disability. Yep, always about money. Always about money. In a 2019 interview with King, Sophie Hartman said she had adopted two sisters from Zambia and that one had a rare neurological disorder called alternating hemiplegia of childhood, AHC. I know she's walking right now, but she was likely literally paralyzed all day yesterday, Hartman said at the time. The child was given a wish by Make-A-Wish Foundation in 2019, Q13 Fox reported. In a video with the foundation, Hartman discussed the impact of AHC. In a statement given to Q13, Make-A-Wish said it was dismayed by the accusations. Excuse me. This is a very serious allegation, and any threat to the well-being of a child is not in alignment with the child-centered focus of our mission. The statement said, "We hope this matter is quickly remedied in the best interest of the child." Hartman's attorney in a statement of King said the allegations were false. The doctor from Seattle Children's Hospital, who is largely behind the charges for this case, is not an expert on this disease. Shapiro said, according to the station, she probably has little to no experience in this disease. And ladies and gentlemen, if you would like, I will post this link so y'all can read it yourself. I will do that so you can read it yourself. So, again, it's like these children don't have a chance somewhere, you know what I'm saying? They getting scammed and fucked over left or right, you know. You sit up there and adopted this child, if everything is true. You sit up there and adopted this child, went to another country and got this child and the other child, all right? And got this girl going through stuff that she don't need to be going through. And now, as I read, you know, you got GoFundMe, wherever the hell you got up to get funded, you know, for shit that you don't need and for shit that this child don't need, you know. We got a lot of evil people in the world, people, and we need to wake up, all right? We got a lot of evil people in this world. So that's what I have for y'all right now. Again, hopefully they do have this precious baby out of this woman's sight, and that she is living a healthy life. All right. As always, stay tuned for more stories to come, and always stay tuned for updates. Your man Chris Thorns. As always, let me know what you think. I'll see y'all later, and take care of yourself and each other.